Kind of.
Hey, we love you. All right, let's do this funky break. Ready, Jason? Get it on!
Yeah.
That will work.
He's setting the drum. What's something wrong with the drum, Tony?
Put the dancing girls on the drums.
Okay.
That's better.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
You may get promoted, boy.
Let's go.
Tony Thompson is... They say people look like their dogs, don't they? He is like... Most drummers are like they play their drums. He's very, very tight drummer. You can't really miss his sort of backbeat and that. He's that regiments you to play when you're doing rhythm, and he's an idiot, an adorable idiot. He's like an orchestrator when he plays. He's not a percussionist or anything, and he plays so powerfully. You know, volume-wise, it's like, you know, it makes you jump up in the air every time he hits the beat. It's very exciting working with him. Tony's going to kill me for saying that, and he's bigger than me, much, much bigger. Oh.
With Chic, I had bosses, so to speak. I was real young when I joined them, and I learned a lot from Niall and Bernard. And at the time when I joined Chic, didn't know how to make records, how to lock in the pocket. I had a lot of chops, but didn't know where to place them, so to speak. And Niall and Bernard have really, like, schooled me on, really, don't worry about the fancy stuff. The most important thing is just laying the groove down.
People kind of picked up on our relationship because we yell and scream at each other a lot, but it's in a loving way. I mean, it's to get him to do what he does best. And he expects it from me, but everyone else didn't know at first. They thought I was being too hard on him or something like that. But it comes from years of just knowing each other.
It just feels like this is like my baby, so to speak. You know, it's just something I really wanted to do. We talked about it, and now I'm seeing it grow, and it's great.
Some like it hard.
John is the instigator, the ideas man, and he's the volatile one, which is perfect because he's a guitarist.
Andy just goes in and attacks things, you know, that's his attitude about things. I mean, he can be abrasive at times and very nice, but usually he's pretty angry and pretty rowdy. But it's fun because that's the kind of parts he plays, the solos and all that stuff. The lead guitarist, the personalities are usually fire, you know, it's usually pretty hot. And he's, he is a lead guitarist, yeah.
No, I don't record in the big room with headphones on. I record in the control room where the big speakers are. And because our engineer is clever enough, we can turn it up really loud without the guitar feeding back while you're playing. And it's great because it's like playing live. You get a much better atmosphere because you're with the producer, you know, and so there's a reaction and you don't get too lost. So it's very lonely when you're out in the studio floor on your own just playing. And there's a big piece of glass, and you can see all these people talking behind it. You don't know what they're saying about you. You don't know if they're going, oh, God, listen to what he's doing tonight. He's really not playing very well. Or if they're going, oh, it sounds great. So you can always feel too removed from the people that you're working with. So I like getting in, and we all sort of blow our ears out together.
Top again, please. There are so many different ways of putting a song down on tape, and I don't think any of them are better than the other. Postcards, telly, right so far. Drop me a line, be my grapevine. Always trying to reach you, can't get through. Communication, our communication depends on me and you. Got to stay in touch even though we're remote shorthand. Keep your lines open, say what's new. It builds as it goes, you know, like putting paint on a canvas. But it's a lot more organic than it sounds because obviously that particular process people have been using a lot recently with synthesizers and drum machines. But we're all in this unit a bit bored with that. It's not organic enough. It doesn't have personality, you know.
So you ready?
It's been great catching up with all these talented friends. I had a great time in the 80s. So did my parents. My mother had to get a passport so she could get on an airplane for the first time in her 50 years and come and see the band play at Madison Square Gardens in New York. It was quite an experience for all of us. But I'm doing my solo thing these days and running this studio here in Santa Monica, California. As the actress said to the bishop, I'd like to leave you now with a quick look at one of my latest songs. Goodbye.